I'm Taylor Smith. I attend the illustrious Howard University. I am studying TV and film with a minor in political science. Being at Howard is truly an amazing experience. This is the Mecca, so it's like a lot of different cultures coming together in one spot, and the education here is amazing. So going to class, seeing my friends, the different events they have here on campus, it's amazing, and I wouldn't have chosen another better school than this. My first day walking on this campus, it was so surreal. You know, this campus is definitely very historical. So seeing all the buildings and seeing the environment. My first day on campus was actually like a freshman welcome week. So it was so much going on, and it was so surreal to see, you know, the campus in its true, you know, HBCU form. It was right after COVID too. So seeing, you know, everybody come together, you know, in an open area, in an open space, to share those connections, but also the culture. The spaces that have been created, you know, for people of color and minority groups here on campus, it's amazing, especially coming from Alabama. It's a big difference, you know, being in a predominantly white area and coming to a HBCU and having, you know, the experiences that I have been able to have in Alabama. It's amazing. The HFF and the ALICE program has had a really big impact on my life. You know, having those connections have been really important, but also having somebody to reach out to, just to talk to, having somebody, you know, that I can contact when I'm, you know, in desperate need of any type of help. I know they're always going to be there. So having that support, you know, there's different stressors that come from being in school and, you know, life, but having that support system really encourages me to push harder every day, and it really motivates me, but also gives me comfort to know that if I do have a hiccup, if I do have a slip up, they'll be right there to catch me when I fall. This opportunity has made my transition from going to high school to college so seamless. It's been amazing, because being here at Howard, you hear a lot about the positive stories, but being here amongst the peers, you can kind of also hear about the negative aspects of that transition for some people. So it's really a blessing to be able to, you know, share my connection and how, you know, it's been really seamless for me to go from high school to college, because that is a very hard transition for a lot of people, especially, you know, going across the country. For some, being exposed to new cultures, a very new environment. So that can be really hard for people to go through, on top of the stresses of going to class and maintaining your grades and GPA. My future is I really want to be able to create a safe space for minority groups in the entertainment world. Having a space for people of color and the LGBTQ plus community and different minority groups in the entertainment industry is really important, to see that representation on screen, so that those little boys and little girls can say, hey, mommy, that looks like me, you know, and having that experience. I'll give the future scholars the advice to continue to push and drive. College is definitely different from being in high school, so it's a new environment. For a lot of people, it's a new city, a new state. So it's definitely some things that, you know, can put a damper and will, you know, try to set you back, but it's really important to use those connections like the HFF and ALICE so that you can meet your short-term goals, but also, more importantly, your long-term goals, because those are the goals that you have set for yourself and that will set you for the rest of your life.